Just a couple more examples. On this one, I'm going to be solving for m. It'll be very similar to number 7 that you just saw. I'm going to again change my sign to plus the opposite. The reason I'm doing that is because I saw in the last example I needed to get rid of the variable that was out in front. In a similar case, I'm going to have to do here. So I actually have an addition and I have multiplication that I will be undoing. So the way I undo each of those again is undo addition by subtracting, and I'll undo my multiplication by dividing. So I'm going to undo this addition first by subtracting n. That gives me negative 6m equals 8 minus n. I will then undo my multiplication by dividing 6. I'll go ahead and highlight my m again. Divide by negative 6 on both sides. This is very similar to that number 7 like I just said because I have a negative on the bottom. When we have a negative on the bottom, the fraction is typically not the way we write things. So what we're going to end up doing in this case is going ahead and moving that negative up to the top of the numerator, making the bottom positive, and then what happens to n, because it was negative and you're doing a negative divided by a negative, which is now a positive, it is actually a positive as well. So I will just flip-flop my n minus 8, or I should say I will flip-flop the negative 8 plus n to read n minus 8 over 6, and I will stop at this point. The next example, I am supposed to get j by itself. So this time it's on the bottom of a fraction. So that is a little bit different than what we've been seeing. So if I focus on this side where I'm supposed to, where I have it highlighted, I see I have subtraction and I have division. The way I undo a division is by multiplication, and the way I undo the subtraction is by addition. Now I can't undo the subtraction part first because of this huge fraction bar. So as I've done many times when I've had a huge fraction, is I'll say a fraction equals a fraction and I will cross multiply. Or you can say you're going to multiply by j on both sides. So I end up getting j times k. Now I've always said that we were not moving that highlighted part. This is one of those special cases where we will end up moving it. I think it's the only time that we end up moving it. We need to get it off the bottom of the fraction, otherwise we won't be able to solve for it. The easiest way to do that is through that cross multiplying. The last thing we're going to do then is get rid of the subtraction. And as you're looking at it, you're saying, well, I don't want to get rid of the subtraction. You're exactly right. So this problem ends up being completely different than anything else that we've done. We want to now focus, because we flip-flop sides, we want to focus on this side. We want to get rid of the multiplication. And the way we want to do that is by undoing the division. So sometimes, every once in a while, we're going to have problems where we need to make adjustments to our steps. This does end up giving me the answer, j equals h minus 4 over k. So that would be choice letter D. The last example I want to talk about is this formula, or this problem. The formula C equals 5P plus 215 relates C, the total cost in dollars of hosting a birthday party at a skating rink, to P, the number of people attending. So then I just give you this formula. We're supposed to solve it first for P. I will do that by undoing the addition. We should be getting pretty good at these at this point in time. C minus 215 equals our 5P. And then I'll undo the multiplication by dividing by 5 on both sides. So I end up getting C minus 215 all over 5. Now the question then ends up being, how much will all these parents spend, or how many people will be able to attend for $300? So what we can do is just take our $300 and plug it in for the cost, and we will be able to figure out our price. Now I'm going to run out of time on this session, but I do believe it is 17 people.